Hey guys, welcome back to the Atlas and Occasionally, where me and Pike occasionally talk about Atlas and all the aspects that are included in it. Today we're probably going to be talking about a little bit of lore, but before we get into that, Pike, for those who don't know, can you tell everybody what Atlas is?
Um, it's a Minecraft server where you
Uh,
do you do cool shit with your friends.
okay.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm not
yeah.
wrong. I
I
know
mean,
you're looking
you're
for
not
the
wrong.
explanation. You're looking for the explanation. It's like you can build nations and go on quests, aren't you? That's what you're looking for.
Fuck, I don't care. I just wanted to see what you would have said.
I don't know. It's a Minecraft server.
So
No more you
yeah,
want.
I mean, it is a Minecraft server. It's
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 Minecraft.
not like Hightown or anything like that, or
A little
Rust.
degrading to describe it that way, but I mean it is accurate.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a highly custom Minecraft server. How about that?
a highly custom Minecraft server.
Highly custom.
I fuck with that. I fuck.
Yeah, me too.
Um, Pike, what's on the itinerary today? Like, fuck.
Um, well, we're gonna flip a coin, and then um, whoever wins has to talk about their lore today. So this is gonna be a two episode mini series, I guess, two parter. One is gonna be Shard explaining his lore. One's gonna be me explaining mine. And we couldn't agree on who got to go first, so we're just gonna flip a coin. Um,
All right. Well, since I like your ass, I call tails.
all right, you call tails. All right, hold on. Give me like. All right, ready?
Yeah, let's
So tails it's Shard's episode, heads it's my episode. Beep beep boop bop 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 boop bop. It's tails.
Oh wait, are you being for real right now, or are you just trying to get out of like doing it?
No, I'm not joking. It was actually tails.
Okay, okay, cool. All right, so I gotta explain lore. Also, I'm gonna have to like animate like a lot of short little details for like us, because like there's gonna be like no specific thing that I should animate in this. I don't know. I'll figure it out later. I
Yeah.
digress. So lore, I'm the lore dude. Um, brief synopsis. My character. I only have one character currently. Uh, they're Shardian. However, they do have like three, like I don't want to say three different personalities, but three like arcs of character development that I would like to say.
Mm-hmm.
Uh Out of like world like lore wise, I started this while I was in Apex, which was Whispers Nation. My first ever lore post was I think it's called no, not that one. Not that one. Uh I'm going through the files as we speak. I have something called Venetian Desert Storm, and I have no idea why.
Fuck.
Here it is. Yeah. Um so basically my first lore post wasn't about myself. It was about Whisper. And like it was a very short excerpt about how he left Boozglade and founded Apex, etc., etc. It got downvoted to hell. And for good reason. It wasn't good writing.
I
And
remember
so I
that.
was thinking, yeah. We talked about it on the OG first podcast, which was
Yeah,
fantastic.
because wasn't it like Rax and Allie went through and just downvoted everything like 15 times?
Oh yeah, every time, no matter what it was, they just
I know. Yeah, that was fucking.
straight. Yeah. So, and then I let's see, I wrote a couple things here and there. I was mainly a diplomat during my Apex times because I just wanted the war to fucking end. So it's just a bunch of like different in-game like treaties and proclamations, etc., etc. Venetian Desert Storm, which is because I think my role in the nation was librarian, and so I wrote everything down that I saw happen. So I think Venetian Desert Storm is literally just me describing a like event that happened in game. Um, and then I got banned because look at that, the name of the Apex's capital is Rubric, which is interesting to know because it's been 5 years. Fuck.
Yeah, no,
uh, Shit. Anyway, I got banned due to association, yada yada, ETP bullshit, blah blah blah, and then I came back thanks to the mezzles, and I started getting really into this culture shit. Have you guys heard about culture?
Melon Rabbit.
Melon? Oh god, I need me some melon rabbit.
Wasn't
uh,
the fucking bread?
yeah. The texture was fucking bread, but it was melon rabbit, and like half of us had the taste for melon rabbit, so it just became the staple of mezzo.
I only hit like 50% of my thing. That was so sad.
Yeah. Rip, rip melon bread. I can't wait to eat you again.
Melon
Um.
Rabbit. I'm sure Desert Straight coded that into the plugin this time.
Oh, it's still in there. It's not like he's changed it up because, like, I think the
I thought
cooking
he
plugins.
changed
Huh?
certain things about. He changed certain things about cooking, didn't he?
Oh
He
yeah, I
had a
think
cook.
he changed the UI. I think.
I thought he changed how taste worked too, or something like that. But I could be wrong. I know he changed some things about it because there was a devlog about it. I just didn't really pay attention.
Yeah, when the devlogs come back online, we'll definitely do a podcast on the devlogs. Um,
Yeah, those for sure.
yeah. So that's when like my golden age of like Atlas started. You know, I wasn't in war. I was actually enjoying the game. And like most golden ages, when you feel at peace, you're a lot more creative, right? So I had this dream. I was playing a lot of Black Ops 3 Zombies. I had read H.P. Lovecraft even during this time. And so I was like, all right, I don't want to be native to the world of Athera. I want to be someone from the outside. And I had got inspired by Ajax because he said, we have like gods in Atlas, but like I want to see people come up with the gods from their worlds and how that affects them moving to Atlas, etc., etc. And thus, Real Yay was dreamt of. Um, which Real Yay was, if some of you don't know, it was my underwater town before the server closed down. Um, Honestly, was a lot of fun to bake. Water builds are just always fun to do, especially in survival. But it took me a while to get there, let me tell you. Um, and in the meantime, to prep for it, I ended up making a bunch of lore for it. So the first one ended up being, well, it was a 3-4 parter. It was called Path to the Sea, The Path to Relia. And that was my first ever lore piece. Like officially, like I took the time to do this. This wasn't random. I planned it out. I figured out what he would say. I fleshed him out, you know. Um, and so Shardian officially became like my lore character. Um, so basically, from the beginning, I was like, I need this to tie into canon Atlas lore, right? Because at the time, the uh, the elders were like, yeah, any lore made is not going to be canon. Nothing's going to be interconnected. It makes things too complicated. I was like, well, fuck that. I'll just read all your shit, so mine coincides with it. I learned the laws of physics, damn it. Just like with your character, like, if you took a shit, I need to know when and where so I can write it down.
Good dude. This kid did that. I think to briefly interrupt you before you get too farther down the rabbit hole, I think it is very important to point out that anything that is player written for, well, 99.5% of the stuff that's been player written is not Atlas official. It's just been for, shits and giggles in the community. So the things that that Shard and I talk about, aside from very few things, will exclusively be our storylines, not server official storylines. So just
Exactly.
where he continues further.
Yeah, no, like that's a great point to point out. Like, I may have said fuck that, like things aren't interconnected, but basically what I was saying was, all right, so nothing's connected to that Atlas lore, but what if we all came together and made one lore, right?
Yeah.
And I thought you glitched out. What you say?
Oh, I said I think that's great, and I think that I think that's a good idea. I was going somewhere with it, and then when you said I glitched, I lost my train of thought. So I think that's great.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Oh, great. Uh, Speaking of great, I spent like 6 hours creating my skin just so I can like have a depiction of my character for my lore.
Adam,
When I
years and years
well,
ago. Shout outs Ada for making my skin for me for absolutely free based off a couple shitty Google pics I gave you.
I mean, cheers to you. Cheers to you, Ada.
Exactly. Shout
You
out Ada.
you real homie. You real homie.
Hell yeah. Short as fuck though.
Yeah. Ankle biter. um
Me hippo.
they, I think Long and Ada are the only ones who like consistently watch this every time. Which thank you guys.
Uh yeah, I don't know of anybody else who's watched episode 2 yet. I don't know who one person did. Oh wow.
Oh, we've had here, let me bring up the statistics for our class. I did over the past since we first started this back 3 years ago, I can tell you we have had a total of 300 views
Wow.
over the past 3 years.
That's crazy.
So yeah, man, like that's between YouTube and Spotify. Like,
Wait.
our most popular was. Huh?
I mean, obviously, there's like a lot of overlap there, but well, some overlap as you move them over. But like, who cares? That counts, man.
Well, even if you moved them over, if I moved them over to Spotify, that means someone listened to it again. Like,
Yeah. I don't know if I did or not. Started to.
you even mentioned in the first one that you've
I think
listened to.
I've both episodes like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Like the
So
few ones, I think between the times that we recorded that one and this one, I think I listened to the OG episodes like 3 times each.
yeah, same. So the second one with Teapot has 17 plays. The first one 26, and then the OG has 6 currently. So
You only a teapot episode, man. That's a good one.
yeah,
I know,
no,
I know, I know. Bro, that's the best. That's out of the fucking 4 so far. That's definitely the best one.
yeah, no, definitely go check that one out, guys. Hopefully we'll get some more views in once the animation is done. I know some people are waiting for the animation. Um, but check that one out. Cody's a real one.
Shout
Um,
out to Cody.
Shout out to Kippy. So back to lore. So Path to the Sea, the Path to Relie, I ended up posting it in like 3 different parts. The first one when I showed up to Atlas. The second part was when I first met Lug, which is Long's character. Wait. Yeah, hold on. Where is it?
Boys, dick.
Yeah, that's Long. That's Long.
You had to confirm.
Yeah, no, because in the second part, I didn't say his name, but I immediately start the third one with him hitting me in the head with a stick and introducing himself.
Fair enough.
So yeah, so it ends up being a 4-parter. Five parts. No, 4 parts. Yeah, okay, so 4 parts. The first part's me waking up in Atlas. The second part is me going through Nauru and ending up at a bar. The third one is meeting Lug, which he's consistently in my lore, and he will be in my future lore as well. And the third one is going to be me being introduced to Mezel. And the fourth one is coming to terms that one day I will find Relie and or build Relie myself and you know pursue searching for what happened to my world, or at least bringing a little bit of it with me. Now, an interesting part about these stories, though, is I introduce a character that is not based on anyone in the game, or out of my friends or anything like that. It's the soul. And basically, what the soul is, it's a basically entity that has latched on to Shardian when he came through, was pulled through from the obelisk, in order to ensure the survival of the past universe, right? And speaking of Ada, the soul and Ada end up being really good friends, which is great because like Ada was this kind of spirit ghostly person, which is great because no one else can see Ada or the soul. No one else could see the soul. So it just looks like my character's talking to himself all the time. And then Ada comes around and is like, oh no, he's not fucking crazy.
No, he is.
No, just a little, you know. Um, and then it's basically, it ends, the Path to Relie ends with like me just like enjoying my golden age in lore as well, with Mezel and seeing how life is uh on the server for me at that time. And it was uh it was a good story. I really enjoyed it. I could probably write it a bit better, but I was happy with it at the time. Um and during this time also I was writing other people's lore too. Um not with their permission obviously, but some people didn't like writing, you know. Um or didn't have the time for it, so I helped them out. Um, one of them was Ada. I ended up uh oh, interesting. I ended up writing the, I'm trying to find it because I have a lot of untitled documents because I'm
And
terrible. Yeah, very unorganized. You should see my shit in regards to the Atlas occasionally. Speaking
That's why
of,
I just show up. I don't get into shards planning because I know what it looks like.
Shut up! I'm getting. It's better than when I was younger. All right.
Sure, I guess I mean that's good. That's good. Got a hair in my teeth. Ew.
I found my response to Desia's death. Oh.
That shit was hilarious. Wait, you mean he fucking died?
Wait,
He
what?
died? Why
He's
didn't you
dead?
tell me he was gonna die?
What? No. Okay, so
This
I
is
can't
so
find it.
going
What?
on. So
What
this
was that?
episode is so people who don't know what the fuck is going on.
Oh yeah, no, they gotta be clued in on it. Well, to kind of explain, Desia was one of the most well, Desia was Desert's character,
Fuck.
and he fleshed him out a lot, and then he killed him. And me and Long were taken by surprise because we cared a lot about the uh we cared a lot about that character. Okay.
I've eaten half a bag of cherries in this podcast and I have to shit.
Um. Okay, so I
Like,
have the entire plan of my writing right here. I couldn't find Ada's stuff. The writing I did. It sucks that the forums are down. But basically, I wrote something for Ada. It was cute. It was a fun little thing to write. Um, and then I also did the food fight, which I still talk about to this day. I'm obsessed over that. But that's not canon, so I'll stick to the canon and get to the non-canon later. Did
it's
you
the only
just
time character's ever been posted on the forum. Oh shit.
what was that? Say that
So
again?
it's the only time my character's ever been posted on the forum was the food fight.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You shot a eggplant at Terran's eye, if I'm correct.
Was it an eggplant or a turkey?
No, it was an eggplant.
Oh, I thought it was a turkey.
Me and you were all about the dick jokes back then.
You still are.
We still are. Okay. So, all right. So this is my plan for Brillier, like all the lore stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, Shardian was going to find the soul in Boomy, which was a Long's nation after Meson had collapsed. The soul was going to start fading away, so the soul kept encouraging Shard to erect a monument to stabilize her in this world. Um, However, the monument ends up corrupting the world, which is not a great thing. And then my overall message I want to convey in my all my lore was if humans can give unbelievable power to gods through the power of faith, what happens when they begin to believe in themselves? And so I was like, all right, I'm gonna write a bunch of shit around this message. Some shit about apothecons, which is basically great gods from Lovecraftian mythos. Um, his world was torn apart by civil war, and then I have a MacGuffin, which is why I want to like in my future lore. I want to move past all this because it's like, oh, there's a shard of reality that can purify things. MacGuffins get on my nerves. Let me tell you,
Yeah.
that's like, hey Pike, you got problems in life? Here's a muffin that fixes everything.
I don't. I wish.
Huh?
I wish.
You wish?
I wish.
Yeah, I wish too.
It looked pretty cool.
Yeah, no, just a special muffin that grants you your every dream.
Yeah,
That'd be nice.
that'd be nice. But continue.
Okay. So he wants to build the city of Relia, build this monument. The soul is a purified Dagon, which a Dagon is a Quilpoth lord who was originally a mindless sea monster.
Mm.
I couldn't tell you where this is coming from, but it's just, hey, this is my big god thing. That I wanted to introduce. um, the soul would have been corrupted, struggling to purify herself, and then attaches herself to Lug. Was going to be the goal. That way, Lug can also see the soul, since Atog could also see the soul.
Mm-hmm.
And the goal of the corruption is to bring the old gods, or like the Lovecrafting gods, into Athera to start destroying it. And my plan was to write all this out and then build like this awesome, cool Lovecrafting build that looks like corruption, and maybe host an event with it. But that was never going to happen. Um, at the time, I was gonna plan for Lug to be the lover of the soul, which is hilarious to me. Uh, because like,
Eh.
'cause-
There's some context you have to understand of why that's funny.
there is, uh, which, let's just say, I won't be going with that going forward.
No, didn't like that idea. I
I
like
mean,
that.
at the time, even Lug or Long liked the idea. Like he liked the idea, but things changed. Um,
Fuck. God fucking damn it.
uh, and then the story was going to be Pacterulier, a letter of a man in sorrow, which I don't have any of these fucking things to.
Start like, what untitled document was that?
Yeah, I know. Like
Dude,
letter.
hard to name a Google Doc.
It is for me because I do it like I basically shit ideas all the time, and so I write them down so I don't forget them, and then I can't ever find them because they're in an untitled document.
I shit ideas too, but I've pretty much gotten to the point where I'm like, well, if it was a good enough idea that I actually need to care about it, it will come back to me. If it doesn't come back to me, it wasn't that good of an idea. And it works pretty well.
Yeah, it does. But basically, to kind of like, I still got 30 minutes. So my whole idea of all this was going to be, all right, I'm going to write lore, but in conjunction, I'm going to plan these events. And there would have been total of 3 events. The progression of everything would have been Pacterulier, which was the lore piece, a letter of a man in sorrow, which is the lore piece, a meeting of equals, which was a lore piece, and then Homebound. Homebound would have been my wrap it all up type, like Avengers Endgame type motherfucking deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
The soul would have been pregnant with Lug Child.
Jesus fucking Christ. You're starting to cut out really bad, but I heard the part that I need to hear.
Oh, so
Oh my
Lug would
God.
have been a dad. And then the soul would have been bound to the mortal realm. Um, and then the monument would have been erected, and uh, the world would have been I wasn't sure if I was going to do this as an event, if I could plan it out with Tyrion or not, or if it was just going to be a story. But basically, the world of Athera was going to attack the monument as it neared its completion because it realizes that, hey, this thing's not going to be good. And Shard's just like, no, this will be great. So, kind of reflecting my naivety.
So your
So there's
solution
that.
to binding a spirit to the mortal realm was to cream pie it?
No.
That's where lore ends. How can I make it so that the spirit doesn't fade away and get corrupted? We're just gonna have Pat's character fuck it in the ass. That's what I'm hearing, and I'm fully in support. Don't get me wrong. I'm just clarifying.
No. So remember, like, the soul was starting to fade away because it wasn't connected to anyone. It was gonna. I didn't mention this earlier. It was originally Shard, but couldn't do it because Shard was getting attacked or something. So it attached itself to Lug, and so now Lug can see this water demon thing, and so they
Decided
end up getting. Yeah, they ended up falling in love, etc., etc.
love you, freaky fuck. That bestiality, where does that fall on the bestiality scale?
I mean, it's like Ghostbusters, man. Like during that scene when they're going to sleep, and not Eddie Murphy.
I've never watched Ghostbusters.
What is his name? Murray. Murray ends up getting a blowjob. No, who by a ghost? Oh, what the fuck is Ghostbusters? He lives in my. They live. I know this person because I've met him before. Bill Murray. There we go. I was right. Anyway, it's kind of like that, Ghost love. Okay. I was 18 at the time. Give me a break.
Yeah, that's fine. I have more questions, but I won't elaborate here.
No, no, please ask questions.
Well, how physical is this being?
So basically, it's
So is it kind of like mortal enough that like you can like touch it, obviously, but is it kind of like see through sort of thing?
it's called a soul. So
What
it's
happens when you put your spunk in it? Can you see it like floating around in there? Like if it's like kind of opaque, like transparent. If I'm just saying,
I mean,
if it's like kind of
okay,
transparent,
so have you ever
right? And like
seen the blue girl from Halo? What's her name?
I don't know. I've never played Halo.
Halo, Halo AI girl. What's her name? I'm gonna get
Yeah, we should
Cortana,
just start over.
right? So
Oh, that bitch. Yeah, I've seen hentai of that.
yeah, Cortana. Yeah, we all have. It's fine. So it's like that. Like only people who are connected to this person can see her. So, right. She's kind of translucent, I guess. Um,
So the answer is yes.
mm, mm. Also, I would also
So
like to that they don't actually have sex like Lug and
damn it.
the soul. Yeah, it's more like a um mental convergence between them that ends up sprouting this baby.
Okay. Well, in that case, then my next question is pointless.
Yes, but I was entertaining it because that was such a hilarious question.
Well, Okay, so my next question that's not important was like if, they were to do the freaky deaky and, Lug was to shoot a load in this chick. And everyone could see it. Like, did they know what it was and just like ignore it? Or are they just like, oh, we're just not going to talk? Like, what scenario would that make? But it doesn't matter because it didn't happen. But
Why would anybody in this world care? Things get thrown from the sky into this world. Like, they've seen weirder shit.
I don't know, man. If there's like this ghost that's been following me around and suddenly it's got some dude's fucking nut in it, I still feel like I would be concerned. I don't feel like it matters what else I've seen in my life. I feel like I would still be concerned. That's just me. If you're cool, not judging the ghosts, that's fine. I
Okay.
personally would judge the ghost.
Oh,
I
God, am I
I
gonna?
call the ghost a slut.
No, we're not slut shaming a ghost. No, no. Anyways, um, so the monument gets
It's
complete.
covered up.
Um, the soul ends up whispering to someone, and the soul ends up kind of being evil. Okay, but that's just
Oh,
because they're being corrupted. All right. Um, there's an event that happens, which is the first event. It's a grand feast. Uh, the soul is activated. Corruption starts to take over, and I was gonna have like a Cthulhu build summoned, right, or built, or right. Lots of stupid shit. Okay. The soul gives birth to, but to no baby. It ends up being just corruption. Okay. So basically, like from the stabilization into this mortal realm from Lug and the monument being erected, this is a lot of penis jokes.
I have so much wrong with so much wrong with this. It's just keep going. I'm not even going to comment anymore because I feel like I can't open my mouth without giggling. So I need to shut the fuck up.
Let me preface. I wrote this all in one night and never looked over it in a rough draft. This is all stuff that never made it to official lore post. Okay.
One night, Shard was just like, "What if the soul, but sexy?" R
Well,
slash rule 34 underscore the underscore soul.
so, but what I wanted to do with it, because when I originally started writing this stuff, Paragon was being like considered at the time. So what it was going to end up being is the baby the soul had was a godly essence, and it was going to attach itself to a paragon of the world.
Oh,
So
great.
after defeating this corruption, it would have attached to Terran, explaining in our lore continuity how Terran became Paragon. So that was my goal.
So Taryn's getting baptized by this water has a miscarriage of fucking sludge from boning long. Is what I'm hearing here.
you, don't, you don't have to simplify it that much. Holy shit.
I don't know. I really think I do. For the people who aren't following along, can I get a TLDR? Pat's mind baby has a corruption miscarriage and then goes, I feel so much better now. Fuck you, Lug. And then it's like, Taryn, I need you to be my new baby daddy. And then Taryn's like, aha, shit. I'm a
No,
paragon.
no,
You
no,
keep saying no, but you keep not giving me a reason why what I'm saying is wrong. So I think
Okay,
what I'm saying is right.
so first off, it's the soul got corrupted, right? So originally, the soul was going to give birth to this godly essence that was going to be the paragon, right?
Oh, sorry, I misunderstood.
Thane gets corrupted after giving birth due to the monument.
Okay.
After everything is defeated, yes, the
So
miscarriage.
the original plan was to take its normal child and baptize Terran with it. That's much better. Thank you for clarifying. I appreciate that. Okay, continue. I won't interrupt anymore. Maybe. Are you still there?
Yes, I'm still here. 1 second.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you were like laughing or crying.
Sorry about that. I'm still here. I had to mute myself so I could laugh.
Oh, it's
Um,
okay. Your laugh hasn't been coming over the mic anyway, so you're fine.
oh dang, it hasn't?
Yeah, I could hear like 50% of it, like the peaks of your laughing, and then when you'd kind of like breathe in, it would go away again. So yeah, you can only hear like 50% of your laughing.
Oh, is that gonna be like really bad in the recording?
No, it's fine. Yeah, I'm still laughing all over it, so it's not like you were gonna hear you any. Oh fuck, Jesus!
We can't redo this anyway. Like this is too
We're
good to not post.
5 minutes in, and I've already made some banging jokes. We're rolling with it. It might it might be shit, but you can't cut out what I've already said.
Yeah, I don't want to cut out what you're saying. I'm just very like insecure about my audio.
Don't
So
fucking cares. They're gonna listen to it anyway. The dumb fucks. I've been belching the whole fucking podcast and eating cherries. You can't be worse than my fucking background noise.
I mean that's fair. All right, so 20 minutes left. What am I gonna do going forward? Because technically, the last thing to be posted was a letter of a man in sorrow, no, actually, it was Homebound 2.
Uh huh.
It was Homebound 2. That was the last one. Oh dear God, please don't tell me it was the last one.
I was like, oh no, which untitled document did I post last?
Well, no, it's because Homebound 2 is when the soul gets pregnant.
Oh my god.
And I really did not want that to be canon. I've also considered starting from the beginning, but Shard never got an ending, so it's like, what do I do?
Welcome to my world, last dead period, dude.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of would be a shame with all the effort I put into this for it just to not exist, but it's been 3 years.
That was exactly the point I was at.
So if I was going to continue on this arc, right, I was going to do the uh so going back to the food fight, which was one of my favorite writings, which is just shows the pure chaos of Mezel. Um, I go by name of Grandma Chirac, and I went by that for a couple weeks because I was doing all the cooking in Mezel. And then Ellie took over. Thank you, Ellie, by the way. And so
And holy shit.
we ended up Grandma Chirac was like the best part of Shard's life, the golden age, who he was as a person, etc., etc. While Shardian was the diplomat, the dreamer, the searching for a new home, right? Or finding his old home. Home? Home.
Get there, bud?
Yeah, I'm good. I can't feel my left arm, but it's fine. Uh,
Um
um, anyway, and then so I was gonna go. Oh,
you
bitch,
gonna have a heart attack on stream or what?
that'd be kind of hot. Not gonna lie.
I nope, not saying it. Not saying it.
Anyway, so they end up. I was gonna go along the lines of, okay, what does a destroyed individual go through, and what is that like? And it's basically the antithesis of who Grandma Chirac was. So I was gonna take, hey, all this happened with uh Taryn becoming Paragon, the corruption happened, a forgotten war, etc., etc. That no one can remember. That way, I didn't have to go too much into detail. But Taryn just became Paragon because of Shard's actions, right? But he lost everything in the process. No home either on the world of Athera or off of it. His only friend is Lug. Desia's gone. And so old man Chirac or Grandpa Chirac would have been the idea. And yeah, explore what would have happened there. No like big ideas on this one. Just because, to be honest, I'm gonna be way too busy with this shit. Um, that
Yeah,
I don't, I don't need to be overbearing myself with trying to host events and all that.
build up.
But if I were to restart from scratch, which means I would have to make a new skin, I think I would. I think like the arc I would want to like follow around this time would be. I still want my character to be like from not Athera, from like pulled in from the obelisk. Um, I definitely think I want like some depth with him. Nothing that makes him special. Just like, hey, I came into this world and I uh uh I don't know where I am or honestly where I'm from, but I want a new life. So like basically he was just a poor like slave or something like that in another world, and he comes back and into this and he's like, I won't be a slave again. I want something that matters. And so he ends up becoming a diplomat and a librarian because the history of this world intrigues him. So basically, just me. Which some of the best stories are based off yourself. Or I would, or I would also, I would go for a priest character. I think that'd be interesting. Which, like, if I still want to go on the thing of other gods from other worlds, like being a like priest of all gods, or someone who like who hears like goes around learning the different religions that are coming in and how that affects the world. I think that would be pretty cool too. So those are my two backup options if I can't figure out Shardians. Which, after hearing your comments, I don't think I want to figure out Shardians.
Hey man, I think I want you to figure out Shardians. I I want you to.
You want me to? Why's that?
Well, I don't know. Rather Taryn gets blessed, rather Taryn gets long sloppy seconds, or rather Taryn gets blessed with fucking long kids fucking placenta or whatever. Either way, it's a good storyline. And I'm here.
You did not say sloppy seconds. They
It
don't
is. It
fuck.
would be, wouldn't it? It would be.
No, not.
No, this soul fucking bones Lug and then is like, oh shit, I'm pure now. Adios, fuckhead. And then goes over to Taryn. That's sloppy seconds. That's sloppy seconds.
No, the soul still exists and is with Lug.
Oh,
It's just
I think your
there's
original
a
idea did move on to Terran though, or it would. Yeah, one of your ideas was it would go to Terran. Your other idea is it gets blessed with the fucking soul vaggook or whatever. I don't know. It's baby. It's essence.
the essence it produces goes to Terran, but the soul would have still been with Lug.
Oh, okay. So it Terran just gets the pussy juice.
Damn it. Oh,
The placenta.
I like the placenta better.
I do.
I like that one.
More medical. Terran got the placenta. He suckled from the placenta of the soul.
Oh. 18-year-old me was reading some weird shit. Once again, I had read H.P. Lovecraft during this time, and there's some weird shit in there. Okay, so
Suckled from the placenta.
why do you say it like that?
I don't know.
Suckled from the placenta.
And he suckled from the placenta.
Oh man.
Suckled the moisture from the placenta.
So, all right. What questions do you have after all that? Because I've gone over the non-canon stuff. I've gone over my plan that was originally there. I've gone over my like I've gone through everything.
I mean, my important questions have obviously been debated, and I'm thankful for that, as I think they were the ones that definitely needed to be asked about all this. And
I
I'm,
hate
I'm
you.
what
Ted, I
I'm
hate you.
could understand the very important things about this. Um, no, but I mean, I think it's fair enough. I never read anybody else's lore, so I never read any of your lore, so I don't I don't really know what the fuck is happening. Obviously, you've explained it to me, but I think it just kind of becomes a question mark of what you're going to do with it going forward. Obviously, there's the past, and I think the past speaks for itself. But I think obviously it's a lot more exciting to us now what you're going to do going forward, which you haven't decided yet. So I think that'd be more my question is, figure out what you're doing now, because there's a lot of new audience for it, and there's the people who've seen what you've done in the past and enjoyed it, and there's the people who have now heard and understood what you've done in the past. So you've laid the everybody of what you've done. I guess now the question just comes down to what you're going to do, and you haven't completely answered that yet, which is fair enough.
What do you think I should do? Do you think I should just start from scratch?
Well,
Because I'm leaning towards it. Because that was like 17, 18-year-old me writing.
I think it gives you a lot more options, and you don't have to clean up the loose ends, and you don't have to, like, obviously you can have that. You can even go back and finish that storyline. Like, that's what, I mean, a little bit of spoiler about my episode. I have unfinished storylines from my previous character that I'm going back to finish up, and they're not going to be the same as the way I would have originally written them then. And I like that. Like, you can go back and say, okay, this is how I would have done this story now, and you can rewrite it, or you can just make an ending to it that's different than how you would have done it and close the case, but it doesn't have to be your whole identity now, which is nice. Like, that's a choice you get. You can still do that and finish off that section of your lore in your life and still have a new section of lore in your life. Like, they're not exclusive things.
I mean, that's fair. And
then,
maybe
you can explore other things you want to do. Like, you're not locked into this Lovecraftian past. You're not locked into, you can still deal with the characters you want to deal with, but in a new way. If there was anything you wanted to change, or you can do new storylines. And also, kind of like you said, where all of the new people coming in, like, obviously when we talked to T, that's a larger part of the new Naru stuff. You know, it can even be an opportunity to update your lore to new standards that didn't exist when you first wrote it and you couldn't have ever predicted. So I personally think, you know, just finish what you're doing and lay it to rest respectfully and then do something new. And there's no undoing that.
I think that's what I am leaning towards. I think I'm leaning towards like starting a new character, and down the road in the writing, the character ends up finding out what happened to Shard. I think that after having this discussion, because I have my folder for Alice, but I wanted to like go through it with you on the podcast. I think that would have been better.
Yeah.
After going through it, Pat, I'm so sorry. Lug, Pat, I'm sorry. That's a
I mean, I think there's a lot of storylines you can do. And like I think like one of the things that I'm looking forward to with my character this time is kind of actually having a more complete story. You know what I mean? Like having a longer term story. And I think that's something that you could get more with a new character than Shard. Whereas I feel like with Shard you're gonna be kind of like, yeah, like there's things you could do, but you're more just kind of finishing up your old loose ends, you know? And then trying to start something new anyway.
Yeah.
I think if you get a new character and like you write about that character for like the next, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5, however many years, that's going to be a very different thing than trying to just extend Shard's storyline.
I may have to change my username.
You might.
It's been 10 years. I think I like Shard. I like the personality it is, but I don't know. We'll find out. But
I no longer have my original Minecraft account. I'm on the second one now. The original KillerPike has been lost to history. So I'm now KillerPike _, which fucking pains me, but I miss it. That's been my username for everything. Like Minecraft was the first username I ever made, and so I've used it for everything. And so to like lose like my first username, like mine, it kind of hurts a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I do have a second account, which is Shard Solar, and Solar can be my next character.
Well, it could, but you can still change it. You don't have to force it. Again, don't force it on what you've done. That's one of the beautiful parts of it.
Oh, I know. It's just like the
Good middle name, though. Good middle name / nickname.
Yeah. Yeah. I think because for the past, let's see, 12, I'm turning 22 for no, okay. For the past 10 years, I've been known as either ShardianPreston or Shard Solar.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that my next character's name's gonna be Solar. Yeah.
There you go. And so you've already got a name.
Well, as we
Congrats.
come up to the last, congrats, thanks, man. You helped me come up with it.
Fuck yeah. I'm oh fuck, that was a sexy Jeep. Oh shit.
I like a sexy Jeep.
Bro, that
Well, guys,
clean as
wait, what?
Sorry,
What's
no,
going on?
it turned around and drove back past, and I was admiring it because I think they're looking at mine, which I parked in the yard. Continue.
I was gonna say, well, guys, we got 2 minutes or a minute left, so we should close out. Um, thank you guys so much for coming and listening to my lore. Next time we'll be listening to Pikes. This will be part 1 of the lore. Eventually we'll hear
Right after.
other.
I'm not doing anything else tonight, so. Or you want to do another night?
I mean, yeah, I'm down to. I have to go run an errand real fast, but yeah,
That's fine. I got to eat dinner, and I would take a shit because I've now eaten 3/4 of a bag of cherries. So it's brewing. It's brewing.
So look forward to hearing about Pike and Anna, who are Pike's characters. in the next episode, and look forward to hearing about Solar, which will be my new lore character as for this new release of Atlas, November 25th, 2023.
You guys heard it here.
So, yeah, any last words?
No, I don't think so. I think this was productive. I think we cleared up a lot of good shard history that need to be cleared up today, and I'm proud to have been a part of that for sure.
I hate you.
It's okay. I hate myself too. Welcome to the club.
All right, guys. Well, you've heard it here first. If you eat some soul placenta, you get turned into a paragon. Thank you for watching. Awkward. Bye.